Hi, I'm Susan Watling. I'm the owner and operator of Will of Wellness, a medical clinic, and I provide complementary therapies to the stem cell therapies offered at Pensum. I offer the hyperbaric oxygen therapy, and that's the medical use of oxygen in a pressurized environment. What that does for the care of people is it provides an opportunity for the plasma, which they use for the stem cell injectables, to be enriched, because hyperbaric oxygen perfuses the plasma with greater amounts of oxygen, so the end result is that person's opportunity to have good stem cell activation during their therapies at Pensum is enhanced. Yeah, it reduces inflammation, helps with nitric oxide production, and makes the success rate greater. Pensum and Will of Wellness share the same building, the Belmont building on Crew Road. And we basically have separate doors that we open, but we have a similar ethos and philosophy about caring for people to the best of our medical knowledge, networking to provide that, as well as giving people a new opportunity to look at what their wellness can be. In many cases, people thought surgery was the only option, and now with Pensum here, many of the procedures that people thought they would have to have, a hip replacement, a labrum repair, a knee replacement, those things can be avoided. Well, in fibromyalgia, there's an overall inflammatory process that's active both in the brain and the neural systems as well as the body. Hyperbaric oxygen affects the entire physiology. So when you go into that chamber and you're put under pressure and the oxygen's breathed into your tissues, the opportunity for that inflammation to be reduced occurs. So from that point on, the inflammation is released. The body starts to feel better, and you can exercise into your programs better, start to look at your nutrition, and in general your fibromyalgia will be reduced drastically. There was some studies done in Israel that after 30 sessions of hyperbaric oxygen, the fibromyalgia was completely resolved. I think in conjunction with Pensum, that's the prime therapy that I like to apply that works with Dr. Parita's protocol, as well as some of the beauty therapies that Dr. Mark is providing as well. Well, they're both stem cell activation programs, and they both produce nitric oxide in terms of the body's ability to heal and then create new cells, angiogenesis. So that's a very powerful, it's a very, very powerful correlation. Well, what Dr. Parita has recommended is that people do a session of like 3 to 5 oxygen before they do their therapy with him, and then they follow up with the same after. So it's a protocol that will just take the client's potential of responding well to the stem cell therapy and enhance the outcome. There's nothing else like this on island. This is the first, number one, this clinic in conjunction with Will of Wellness. There's nothing where there's that team relationship going on with what's possible for the patients and the physician responsibilities as well. And then in terms of the therapy itself, no one's offering this particular form of oxygen under pressure as a way to, number one, work with cancer, inflammation, sports injuries, all inflammatory processes, your diabetes, your heart conditions, and obviously the beauty parts of stem cell activation, which we're all keen on, as well as the stem cell activation of having a strong, flexible, resilient body, which is what Pensum does with their injectables, returns that back to people. Wow, I was saying earlier to you, we were having a little interview, it sounds a bit silly to comment on, but it's worth it. If someone's liver enzymes are elevated from a hangover and they don't feel good, they can come in for an hour and feel better on a Sunday afternoon. If there's an athlete who needs to have peak performance and go ahead with their marathon and really, really want to max out on their performance in their training and then their eventual performance in the race, it's a beautiful opportunity as well to do that just at an athletic level. So you can either be well and make yourself stronger and better, or you can be sick. You can have an injury that you've provided a sprain, let's say, of a particular part of the body, and have your therapy that you're doing in your other therapies or your exercise. The entire process of your healing will be increased and be much, much quicker in terms of your rehabilitation time. Soccer players use it. Michael Phelps is a swimmer, he uses it, yeah, which is super great. And then obviously, in the case of someone who's got a diabetic process that's going on, or they've got a particular osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis, the case of your fibromyalgia, it takes away those aches, those pains, and that inflammation. Most diseases have inflammation as one of their core tenets that is foundationally imbalanced in the body. So when you reduce inflammation, a lot of the other that's a root cause, it's been released, right, from the body, then a lot more of the healing will occur from there.